A Task Force 141, a name that resonates through the annals of military history, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of those who oppose peace and justice. This is not just any task force, this is an elite squad forged in the crucible of conflict and tempered by the fires of war, a name whispered in fear by enemies. Their reputation precedes them, a shadow that looms large over the battlefield. Enemies know that when Task Force 141 is deployed, their days are numbered. They are the silent specters of the night, the unseen force that strikes with precision and leaves no trace. A beacon of hope for the innocent. In the midst of chaos and destruction, they are the shield that protects the vulnerable. Their mission goes beyond mere combat. It is about safeguarding lives, restoring peace, and bringing hope to those who have none. They are the unsung heroes who stand between tyranny and freedom. This is a story about courage, a story about brotherhood. It is a tale of men and women who have chosen to put their lives on the line for a cause greater than themselves. Their bond is forged in the heat of battle, a brotherhood that transcends borders and cultures. They are more than just soldiers, they are family. This is the story of Task Force 141, a unit born from necessity, created to tackle the most dangerous and complex missions. They are the tip of the spear, the first to enter and the last to leave. Their insignia is a symbol of excellence, a mark of distinction that sets them apart from all others. Born from the ashes of conflict, they emerge stronger and more determined. Each member of Task Force 141 has faced their own trials, their own battles. Together, they have risen from the ruins, ready to confront any challenge that comes their way. TF141 was no ordinary military unit. They were a collection of the finest soldiers from around the globe, each bringing their unique skills and experiences to the table. Their training was rigorous, their standards uncompromising. Only the best of the best could earn a place among their ranks. They were the best of the best, drawn from the world's most elite special forces, SAS, USMC, MARSOC. These were names that commanded respect and admiration. But within Task Force 141, they left their individual identities behind. They became one unit, united under a single banner, driven by a common purpose. SAS, USMC, MARSOC. They left their flags at the door, united under a single banner. Their mission? To face threats no others could handle. They were the ones called upon when the situation was dire, when conventional forces were not enough. They were the last line of defense, the ones who stood between order and chaos, to face threats no others could handle. They operated in the most hostile environments against the most formidable adversaries. Their courage and resilience were unmatched. They were the warriors who faced the darkness so that others could live in the light, to fight in the shadows, where conventional warfare failed. They were the masters of stealth and surprise, capable of executing missions with surgical precision. Their operations were often classified, their successes known only to a few. But their impact was felt by many, as they neutralized threats before they could escalate. They were a scalpel, not a hammer. Their approach was measured, their actions deliberate. They struck with precision, minimizing collateral damage and maximizing effectiveness. They were the embodiment of strategic warfare, using their skills and intelligence to outmaneuver and outthink their enemies. They were the world's first and last line of defense. The world had changed. The nature of warfare had evolved, and so had the threats. Task Force 141 adapted to these changes, staying ahead of the curve and ready to respond to any crisis. They were the guardians of a new era, the defenders of a fragile peace. New threats emerged, demanding a new breed of soldier. The challenges they faced were unlike any before, requiring innovation, adaptability, and unwavering resolve. Task Force 141 rose to the occasion, proving time and again that they were the right force for the job. Task Force 141 was the answer. In a world of uncertainty and danger, they stood as a beacon of hope and strength. Their legacy is one of bravery, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to the greater good. They are the elite squad, the ones who make the impossible possible. From the war-torn streets of the Middle East to the frozen wastelands of Russia, TF141 saw it all. They were the elite, the best of the best, sent into the most dangerous and volatile regions of the world. Their missions took them to places where few dared to go, and even fewer returned. They operated in the shadows, striking with precision and leaving no trace behind. Their presence was felt but rarely seen. They were the silent guardians, the unseen protectors of global peace. Each mission was a testament to their skill and bravery. Whether it was a covert operation in a dense urban jungle or a high-stakes mission in the icy tundras, they adapted and overcame. Their training was rigorous, their resolve unbreakable. They were more than just soldiers. They were a brotherhood bound by duty and honor. Every mission, every objective was a step towards a safer world. They faced down terrorists, rogue states, and even threats from beyond the grave. Their enemies were many and varied, each more dangerous than the last, but TF141 never backed down. They stood their ground no matter the odds. Their courage was legendary, their determination unmatched. They were the shield against the darkness, the sword that struck down evil. One mission stands out, the hunt for Vladimir Makarov. This ruthless terrorist mastermind became their nemesis. His actions threatened the very fabric of global stability. He was cunning, ruthless, and always one step ahead, but TF141 was relentless. They pursued him across continents, through war zones and hostile territories. Their mission was clear: bring Makarov to justice, no matter the cost. He pushed them to their limits, testing their resolve and challenging their very humanity. The battles were fierce, the stakes higher than ever, but TF141 never wavered. They fought with everything they had, their spirit unbroken. They were warriors, forged in the fires of conflict, tempered by the bonds of brotherhood. They fought through ambushes and explosions, their resolve never wavering. Every step was fraught with danger, every moment a test of their endurance. But they pressed on, driven by a sense of duty and a desire for justice. They were the tip of the spear, the vanguard of freedom. They infiltrated enemy strongholds, bringing justice to those who sought to disrupt world peace. Their operations were surgical, their impact profound. They dismantled networks of terror, toppled regimes of tyranny, and restored hope to the oppressed. Their actions spoke louder than words, their deeds etched in the annals of history. Their victories came at a cost, but they never faltered. Their enemies underestimated them, they always did, but TF141 thrived on chaos, turning the tide with their tactical brilliance and unwavering courage. They were the embodiment of resilience, the epitome of excellence. In the face of adversity, they stood tall, their legacy a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. Their story is one of sacrifice and triumph, of battles fought and won. They were the guardians of peace, the defenders of freedom. Their legacy lives on, a testament to the indomitable spirit of TF141. They were more than just a unit. They were a symbol of hope, a force for good in a world that desperately needed it. And so their story continues, a never-ending battle against the forces of darkness. They are the unsung heroes, the silent warriors who fight so that others may live in peace. Their courage, their sacrifice will never be forgotten. They are TF141 and their mission is far from over. But TF141 thrived on chaos, turning the tide with their tactical brilliance and unwavering courage. What made Task Force 141 so special? Was it their advanced training, their cutting-edge equipment, or their strategic brilliance? While all these factors played a role, the true strength of TF141 lay in its members. It was the men behind the masks. These were not just ordinary soldiers, they were the best of the best, hand-picked for their exceptional skills and unwavering dedication. Each member brought their own unique skills and experiences to the fight. Captain John Price, the grizzled veteran. With decades of experience in the field, Price was a master tactician and a natural leader, a leader who inspired loyalty and respect with his calm demeanor and unwavering determination. His ability to stay cool under pressure and make tough decisions in the heat of battle made him an invaluable asset to the team. John Soap McTavish, the rookie who proved himself in the fires of combat. Soap's journey was one of growth and transformation. From a fresh-faced recruit to a battle-hardened warrior, he earned his place among the elite through sheer grit and determination. His journey from recruit to seasoned operative mirrored the evolution of TF141 itself. Simon Ghost Riley, the enigmatic silent warrior. Ghost was a man of few words, but his actions spoke volumes. His skull balaclava became a symbol of fear, representing the unit's ruthlessness and efficiency. Ghost's mysterious persona and unparalleled skills in stealth and reconnaissance made him a legend among his peers. These were just a few of the faces that made up TF141, each one a hero, each one essential. But it wasn't just their individual skills that made them formidable, it was their ability to work together as a cohesive unit. They were more than just soldiers. They were a family bound by a bond that went beyond the battlefield. They trusted each other with their lives, knowing that their comrades would always have their back. They were brothers in arms, bound by trust and a shared sense of purpose. This unity, this brotherhood, was the true strength of Task Force 141. It was what made them unstoppable, what made them legends. Section 4, a global phenomenon, TF141's impact. Task Force 141's impact extended far beyond the digital battlefields. They became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless gamers around the world. Their missions were discussed and debated. Their tactics were analyzed and emulated. Gamers donned their emblems with pride. They memorized their catchphrases and celebrated their victories. TF141 wasn't just a group of pixels on a screen. They were symbols of courage, teamwork, and the fight for freedom. The lines between fiction and reality blurred. Gamers felt a connection to these characters, experiencing the thrill of combat and the emotional weight of their sacrifices. Section 5. Moments of truth, unforgettable missions. Ask any Call of Duty fan about their favorite TF141 moments, and they'll have a story to tell. The heart-stopping escape from a collapsing building, the daring raid on a heavily fortified enemy base, the tense standoff that left players on the edge of their seats. One mission, all gillied up, became legendary. The stealth and patience required to navigate the Chernobyl exclusion zone cemented TF141's place in gaming history. It was a masterclass in tension and tactical gameplay. These moments weren't just about explosions and gunfire. They were about the bonds forged in the heat of battle, the split-second decisions that meant the difference between life and death. They were about the human cost of war, even in a virtual world. Section 6. Courage Under Fire, the heart of TF141. At its core, the story of Task Force 141 is about ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances. It's about the courage to face impossible odds and the willingness to sacrifice everything for a greater good. It's about the camaraderie of soldiers who depend on each other for survival, the trust that forms when lives are on the line, the unspoken bond that transcends language and nationality. Task Force 141 reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there are those willing to stand up and fight for what's right. They embody the spirit of courage, determination, and selflessness. Section 7. The legend continues, TF141's enduring legacy. Years may pass, but the legend of Task Force 141 lives on. Their story continues to inspire new generations of gamers. Their impact on the Call of Duty franchise is undeniable. They represent the pinnacle of military prowess and the enduring power of teamwork. Their legacy is etched in the annals of gaming history, a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of characters who embody the best of humanity. Task Force 141's story may be over, but their spirit lives on. They remind us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and determination can prevail. They are a testament to the power of the human spirit and the enduring bonds of brotherhood forged in the heat of battle.